I didn't think God could use me after this mistake, because I still
Mm.
sometimes still blame myself for this mistake.
Mm.
But it happened for a reason. Like
Absolutely.
going back to book one, where I talk about you might think you know somebody, but you don't. I was almost raped in the army by someone I
Mm.
dated. Yeah, by
Mm.
someone I dated. And I was like, God can't use me after this. And that's something the enemy wanted me to think of. Here's the crazy part.
Absolutely.
Friend of mine, still friends with her to this day,
Mm-hmm.
she was pregnant. And then she just started posting up, Bible scriptures and everything. I'm like, hold up. I'm like, you trying to tell me something, Lord? I'm like, you can use her even though she's out of wedlock at the moment. I
Mm.
said, you trying to tell me something. So it wasn't
Mm.
until I say 2019 and 2020, that's when the breaking, the making, molding, and all that started to happen to get
Mm.
back on track. Because I was like, yeah, I'm getting back on track, but it's not the track that I need to be on.
I was just gonna ask, what wisdom would you give to somebody who feels like that God can't use them? Because a lot of us, we get to feeling like that. So, what wisdom on this Wednesday would you give to somebody who feels like, oh, I've done too much wrong, God can't use me?
Yes. So I would say start it slow by slow, day by day. Start seeking his face, start getting into the word, and start building that relationship again slowly, slowly, slowly. Because the army, I'm not going to say the army, but being in the army has allowed me to seek the Lord more.
Mm-hmm.
I knew there was purpose in going to the army.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't to get rich, it wasn't to, all this other stuff that the
Mm-hmm.
world likes to perceive as soldiers as being rich, and we're not. But
Mm-hmm.
it was mainly to grow closer to Christ and to gain the peace that the world cannot give me. So
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted to be about God. Growing up, I
Mm-hmm.
always wanted to be about God. And I said, you know what, while I'm here, I said, God is going to be a priority. I said, I can't make it without God. I don't see how certain people, live that life without God. I said, He couldn't be me. I said, because I've been through too many storms, tornadoes, earthquakes. I said, I need to have Him in the
Mm.
midst to get me through wherever comes next.
Wow.
So you have to have Christ regardless. And don't allow the enemy, don't allow someone that's high and mighty in the pulpit say God can't use you and all that, because God can still use you. And I had to look at David. I'm still reading about David, by the way, and I love
Let's
David in the
go.
Bible. I look at David and I'm like, you can use him after what he did. I said, I know you can use me. And then I look
Mm-hmm.
at Abraham. I love Abraham, but Abraham told too many lies.
Just lying.
Just lying. I mean, I understand he wanted to protect his wife. What man, what husband would? What husband would?
Right.
But that kind of passed on to Isaac too, and to Jacob. I said, oh, generational curse. Generational curse. I said,
That
you can use
lying.
them three.
Ooh.
I said, if you can use them three, I know for a fact you can use me. So basically, I just started, when I read my Bible, I'm like, you know what? I said, these people are messed up, and even I'm messed up. So you can still use me. That's when
Absolutely.
yep, I had fully surrendered. Fully surrendered.